It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Jessup City Commissioners held a work session and a regular meeting on Tuesday. At the work session, they discussed a possible zoning ordinance amendment as they were discussing the possibility, or they were discussing the problem of the growing homeless population in the city of Jessup and the need for a shelter. There currently is no zone that allows a homeless shelter in the city of Jessup, and the discussion last night was to possibly create a zone specifically for homeless shelters or the possibility of incorporating it into a current zone. Board requested their attorney, Michael Connor, to draft an ordinance for the board to review that would allow a zone that would cover homeless shelters in the city of Jessup. City engineer Bill Schuman discussed the TIA project on South Macon Street Extension. Again, the discussion mainly information for the Board of Commissioners. Board voted unanimously to approve their new redistricting map for the next 10 years for the city of Jessup. They also discussed a parking ordinance that would restrict parking on the side of the road concerning mostly commercial vehicles. Also at the work session, discussion about naming the new downtown Pocket Park located by the old Chamber of Commerce building. Commissioner Tim Cockfield recommended it be named in honor of Jim Bland. Mrs. Sybil Lynn's name also brought up. No decision made, as the commission wants to wait till a full panel of commissioners are on hand before they make the decision. Only 4 commissioners on hand for Tuesday's work session and meeting. At the 7 p.m. meeting, a discussion again about the pool at Craig Williams. Board has yet to receive a bid on the pool, so looking at other methods to try to get the pool project underway. The board approved an amendment to allow city employees with 20 years of service or more to use their forfeited leave time towards retirement. They also passed the first ordinance reading of the parking ordinance that was discussed at the work session. Second reading and final vote will be taken at the next meeting. They also heard from their city manager on the financial statement. The state is currently running about $2.5 million under budget so far this year. Let's look at your work session and city meeting from Tuesday. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Governor Brian Kemp making his way to South Georgia this evening at a fundraising event in Baxley, Georgia, taking place between 5:30 and 7:30 at the Circle Farms Produce Barn in Baxley, Georgia. WIFO-FM will be on hand bringing the comments from the governor this week here on the local news as he attempts to win re-election as he faces once again Democratic candidate Stacey Abrams, who he defeated 4 years ago. AJC poll showed this race very close, with Kemp at 52%, Abrams at 48%. All the race to be decided in November. Another key election is that for Georgia's new agriculture commissioner, as for just the third time in over half a century, Georgia will have a new leader in that department. Since 1969, the agency has been led by just 2 men. Democrat Tommy Irvin served as commissioner of agriculture for more than 40 years in the state of Georgia. His successor, Gary Black, is completing his 3rd term as ag commissioner. His term comes to an end at the end of this year as he ran unsuccessfully for the U.S. Senate seat, which will now be won by either the incumbent Raphael Warnock or Republican candidate Herschel Walker. Ken is vying for Ag Commissioner, Republican State Senator Tyler Harper, and Democrat Nikita Hemingway. Whoever wins this race takes over an agency that's very critical to the state's economy. The department is tasked with ensuring food safety, monitoring animal diseases, marketing Georgia's fruit, vegetables, and protein to the global market. Harper is a 7th-generation farmer who has been raised on his family's farm in Osceola, Georgia, where he now grows peanuts, cotton, timber, and raises beef cattle. Hemingway also comes from a long line of farmers who grew rice on a 360-acre farm near the Savannah River. Currently, she resides in Coolidge, Georgia, working as a real estate agent. In 2020, she ran for a state Senate high seat in Gwinnett County and was defeated. Once again, this race for agriculture commissioner also to be decided in November. Speaking of elections, you still have time to register to vote for the general election. The deadline is Tuesday, October the 11th, and the general election is set for Tuesday, November 8th. The polls will be open that day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you've changed your name or your address since you last voted, they ask you please update your file by coming into the registrar's office, filling out a change of address form. You can also go online with your Georgia driver's license at www.mvp.sos.georgia.gov to register to vote. Update your name or address, view your precinct or polling place, and view a sample ballot of the candidates who are running for office in your voting district. Last day to request an absentee ballot is Friday, October 28th. Early voting begins Monday, October 17th, runs through Friday, November 4th, the time 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., all taking place here in Wayne County at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center on 644 North 4th Street. Mandatory Saturday voting will be held on Saturday, October 22nd and Saturday, October 29th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Hall Richardson. And Election Day, Tuesday, November the 8th. If you have any questions or concerns about voting or the upcoming elections, contact the registrar's office at 912-427-5950. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes news: Wayne County is accepting applications for an experienced building inspector with knowledge of state and county building codes and zoning ordinances or experience in construction and building. Applications are available at the County Administrator's Office Monday through Friday between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. All applications must be returned to the County Administrator's Office. Again, the office hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Blood Connection Supplemental Blood Provider for Wayne Memorial Hospital is holding a blood drive in the hospital parking lot on Tuesday, September 27th, time from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. All donors receive a $20 gift card from the Blood Connection. Bloodmobile will be located on the right side of the main parking lot near the cafeteria. To make an appointment to donate blood for this drive, log on to the bloodconnection.org or call 864-751-1154. Once again, the blood drive, Tuesday, September 27th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Still time to sign up for the Scarecrows Among Us contest. Again, several categories. The entry fee, $40. Entry forms available at the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce. Deadline to enter is Friday, September 30th. And the 47th Annual Odom Day celebration, getting ready for Saturday, October 1st, but it's all going to kick off this Saturday, September 24th, with the 4th Annual Odom Day Dance featuring Second Chance Band. That takes place this Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Odom Train Depot. All ages are welcome. Again, the big day, Saturday, October 1st, the parade at 10, platform ceremonies at 11, cakewalk at 12, and a full lineup of entertainment. And Shia Mosley joins us this morning on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Tell us all about the 47th Annual Odom Day celebration taking place in Odom, Georgia. That's going to do it for the latest in the local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.